Hello everyone, this is Arvind. Welcome to this week's forecast video. Before we begin, please note that trading Forex and CFDs involves a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The analysis and opinions shared in this video are for educational purposes only and do not constitute financial advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Always manage your risk carefully and trade responsibly. First, let's take a look at the fundamental news events for this week and which currency pairs are likely to be affected. First, let's take a look at the USD pairs. Actually, the key events expected this week are US inflation data, consumer price index, and core consumer price index. Then retail sales, purchasing manager index, labor market data impact still in focus. Pairs to watch: Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, and gold. How it might impact the market. Inflation and growth data will directly influence expectations around future Fed rate cuts. Strong data may support the dollar short term, while weaker data could fuel further USD weakness and support risk assets and gold. Next, let's take a look at the euro pairs. The key events that might impact the euro pairs are the Eurozone flash PMIs. As I said, it's purchasing manager index and ongoing European Central Bank rate cut expectations. Pairs to watch: Euro USD, Euro GBP, Euro JPY. How this might impact the market. PMIs will give an early signal about economic momentum in the Eurozone. Weak numbers may cap Euro strength, while stable or improving data could allow Euro to continue its recovery against the dollar. Next, let's take a look at the news which are yet to be released, which might affect the GBP pairs. So the key events to watch out for are UK inflation and wage-related data and Bank of England policy expectations. Pairs to watch: GBP USD, Euro GBP, GBP JPY. How this might impact? Actually, pound volatility may increase as markets reassess how long the Bank of England can keep rates restrictive. Any downside surprises could pressure GBP, especially against dollar and yen. Next, let's take a look at the JPY pairs. Actually, the key event to watch out is the Bank of Japan policy decision and guidance. Pairs to watch: USD JPY, Euro JPY, GBP JPY. How this might impact? Actually, any shift in Bank of Japan language towards policy normalization could strengthen the yen sharply. Until then, yen pairs may remain sensitive to global risk sentiment and US yields. Next, the AUD pairs. The key events to watch out for are Australian employment and economic data, China-related sentiment. Pairs to watch: AUD USD, AUD JPY, and AUD NZD. How it might impact? Employment data will be key for AUD direction. Strong numbers may support the AUD, while weak data could trigger another leg lower, especially against dollar and yen. Overall, this is a fundamental heavy week with USD volatility likely to dominate the market. As always, fundamentals set the direction, but we wait for technical confirmations in the chart before taking any trades. So that's all about the fundamental events, news events. Now let's take a look at the forecast of some of the major instruments based on the technical aspect. The first instrument that we are going to take a look is the USD CAD. And looking at the weekly chart, we could see that the price has created a bullish trend You see actually in the form of higher highs, higher low structure. As you can see here, I have marked in the yellow. So currently it looks like a correction is happening, and I expect this correction to happen in the form of double wave down. So basically I expect a double wave correction, and then the price might continue this bullish rally. So now let's move on to the next chart, which is the daily. Looking at the daily chart, we see that the price is in a bearish trend here. As you can see, the price has created a lower highs, lower low structure followed by a correction. The price reached a strong resistance zone, respected it, and is currently moving lower. In addition to this, we have bearish evidences in the form of bearish divergence. As you can see, the price has created higher highs, and the MACD indicator has created lower highs. At the same time, we also see that the price has created lower lows, and the MACD also supports this. So which means the bears are in control here, and basically I expect this short-term bearish run to continue further. Now let's move on to the next chart, which is the H4. Looking at the H4 chart, we also see a bearish trend here. As you see, the price has created lower lows, lower highs structure. And basically, I expect a correction to happen now towards these two strong resistance zones, which I have marked in red. And until these zones hold, I basically expect the price to, continue its bearish run. So these are the two important resistance zones to watch out for. Now let's move on to the next instrument, which is the silver. So looking at the weekly chart, we see that the silver is in a strong bullish run. As you can see, we have a strong bullish momentum here with strong bullish candles. And also the MACD indicator supports this price actions bullish run. What I mean is the price has created higher highs, and the MACD indicator also has created higher highs, which is a good sign favoring the bulls. So basically, I expect this bullish run to continue further. Now let's move on to the daily chart. The daily also supports this bullish view. As you can see, it has created higher highs, higher lows, which is a bullish trend structure. So also the indicator supports here as well on the daily chart, where the price has created higher highs and the indicator has also created higher highs. So both the weekly and daily are in a bullish run. Now let's move on to the H4 chart, the next time frame. Actually, in the H4 chart too, we have a bullish trend pattern as the price has created a higher highs, higher low structure. As you can see, we have marked in yellow. So basically what I expect here is I expect the price to move higher further after pullbacks. The two important support zones to watch out for are the ones that I have marked in green. So basically I expect pullback towards these strong support zones, and then the price to continue higher further. So that's all from this week's forecast video. I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, it's Arvind Akash signing off. Have a great trading week ahead. Bye-bye.